Hey guys, today we're doing John Lennon's Happy Christmas, War is Over. I always forget the name of this song, but it's kind of a Christmas song. I don't really like much Christmas music, so I only know a handful of it, but this is actually one of my favorites. It's an intermediate song. If you're a beginner, you can try it out. The reason I call it intermediate is because it has some bar chords. A few bar chords in it and more complex chords, but like I said, give it a try if you're a beginner. It's definitely an intermediate level song, and it's a good strumming one to learn. So what I've done for this song is I've taken the rhythm and I've taken the stronger melodic elements of the song and I've combined them into one rhythm pattern. Okay, so what we're playing is a bit more complex than what the guitar in the actual song is playing, but like I said, this is something I feel like is the best version of the song. Let's break it down. So here's the breakdown for John Lennon's Happy Christmas. I'll show you the part that we're going to work on. So section number 1 looks like this. So we're going to start this by playing an A major chord, and the best way to do the A major is actually with our pinky on the B string, our ring finger on the G string, and our middle finger on the D string, all on the 2nd fret. A lot of people will play it like this instead. You can do that too by using your ring finger, because we have to get to a suspended 4, which is right there. I like doing it like this. So our strum pattern is going to be down, down, up, down, up. Okay, so we have down, down, up, down, up. We lift up our pinky finger, that gives us an A suspended 2, so the B string's open. Do the same pattern, down, down, up, down, up. Put our pinky on 3 on the B string while holding the rest of the chord. Down, down, up, down, up. We have to do a transition up here in order to get our pinky finger back to 2 smoothly. So what we do, instead of a full open upstroke, what we're going to do is we're just going to lift out the pinky on the last upstroke so that when we go strum down again, we're ready for the A major, and it looks like this. Okay, and then we come back to an A major chord, down, down, up, down, up. At the end of this A major chord, we have to lift the entire chord up for an open upstroke, and that's because we're changing to a B minor. Okay, so that little tiny section was. Okay, so let's go to a B minor chord. So for a B minor chord, make sure that you're covering the A string down on the 2nd fret. So you're barring the A string all the way down to the high E string. Ring finger goes to the D string 4th fret. Pinky finger goes to the G string 4th fret. Middle finger's on the B string 3rd fret. Same pattern here. Down, down, up, down, up. Lift up the middle finger, that gives us a B suspended 2. Down, down, up, down, up. We have to do another transition up to the B suspended 4. We're going to do that by lifting up our pinky finger. So it's going to be down, down, up, down, up. Put our pinky finger on the 5th fret B string, hold everything else where it is. Down, down, up, down, up. We'll do another transition up with the pinky finger so that we can go back to B minor. And then of course we lift the entire B minor chord up for the transition to the next chord. So that little section looks like. Here's our next section. So for this part, we're playing an E suspended 4, actually, E suspended 4. And the best way to play an E suspended 4 is to play a regular E major chord, take off your index finger and add your pinky finger on the G string 2. So we should be covering middle finger on the A string 2, ring finger on the D string 2, pinky finger on the G string 2. So we do the same pattern, down, down, up. Lift up the pinky and add the index finger on on the G string. There's no transition upstroke here. And we change to an E major chord, down, down, up, down. We do an open upstroke on the last up to transition to an E suspended 2. So for an E suspended 2, we're going to be putting our index finger on the 2nd fret A string. Ring finger goes to the D string 4, pinky finger goes to the G string 4. We strum all of the strings, including, and very most importantly, the low E string, okay? Down, down, up, down, open up, back to an E major chord, down, down, up, down, open up again. So that section looks like this. Now what we're doing is actually going back to the first A section. So I'll just play through it really quickly since I already taught it to you. Okay, here is part number 2. We're going to start off with a D chord. Same strum pattern, down, down, up, lift up our middle finger that off of the high E string. So the high E string is now open. That gives us a D suspended 2. Same strum pattern, down, down, up, add our pinky finger on the high E string 3, that's a D suspended 4, down, down, up, and then go back to D, down, down, up, down, open up. So that section looks like. We're now going to an E minor bar chord. So you're going to cover 7 from the A string down with a bar. Your ring finger goes to the D string 9, pinky finger goes to the G string 9, middle finger goes to the B string 8, and we strum. So down, down, up, lift up the middle finger, that gives us an E suspended 2, apply the same pattern, down, down, up. Just like before with the B minor chord section, we have to lift up our pinky finger to transition it here to 10. So we're going to lift it up on the upstroke of the E suspended 2. So it's going to look like down, down, up, and that allows us to transition to our next chord, which is the E suspended 4. Okay, so this pinky finger has to go to the B string 10. We're still barring across 7, and our ring finger is still on a 9 on the D string. For those of you who know your chords really, really well, this is not 100% an E suspended 4. E suspended 4 will look like this. We have one note that is different. I'm not going to take the time to break down exactly what it is. We're just going to call this E suspended 4 because of the 4th here. So down, down, up, down, and then lift up to change back to E minor. So that section. Finally, an open upstroke at the end of E minor. We're now going to an A suspended 4, and I'll show you how this part works. So we start off with the A suspended 4, that's our pinky finger here on 3 on the B string, just like we did before. And our pattern is down, down, open up for the pinky. Go to an A major chord, down, down, up. Lift up the pinky for an A suspended 2, down, down, up. Go back to an A major chord, down, down, open up. And then we go back to the D section. Again, this is the same one I taught you already, so I'll just run through it quickly. Okay, so that brings us to our chorus section. The chorus section looks like this. And then we go go back into part 1, part 2, chorus, part 1, part 2, chorus, and it keeps looping like that. So we start off with a G chord. We're going to use a full G chord. You can use the G chord with the B strings open, or you can cover it. I like to cover it, so that would be middle finger on 3, index on 2 on the A string, ring finger on the B string 3, pinky on the high E string 3. Our strum pattern here is down, down, up, down, up. We're going to repeat that 4 times for this G chord, so down. We do an open up stroke on the very last up of the last G chord so we can change to A, and do the same thing, 4 A's. Again, open up stroke to transition to E minor, 2 of these with the same pattern. G, 2 of them. Open up stroke to go to D. Going to E major. And then finally back to A. And that brings us back to part 1, and the song just keeps looping.